Hello, my modern and unstoppable seniors. Welcome to Wellness for Modern Seniors, where we believe age is just the beginning of your greatest adventures. Before we dive in, drop your age in the comments. It's always a joy to see the wonderful range of wisdom in our community. And remember, your comment helps us create even better videos just for you. Let's celebrate every year together. Now, I want to talk with you today about something that's often whispered about, but rarely discussed openly. Recognizing the subtle signs that a loved one, or even ourselves, might be nearing the final chapter of life. It's a tough subject, no doubt about it, but knowledge is power, and understanding these signs can make all the difference between fear and acceptance, confusion and clarity. Here at Wellness for Modern Seniors, we don't shy away from the hard conversations. We embrace them with courage, compassion, and the unshakable belief that every moment matters. Living our best lives after 60 isn't just about maintaining health and energy. It's about being prepared for every season that life brings. Today, we're going to uncover 5 subtle, powerful signs that someone may be in their final year of life. Signals that can be easy to miss, but incredibly important to notice. And stick around, because understanding these changes can help you create more meaningful moments, offer better support, and even find unexpected peace during the most difficult times. Let's start with a sign that often sneaks up quietly. Significant, unexplained weight loss. Now, weight tends to fluctuate a little as we age. That's completely normal. But when someone begins losing weight rapidly without trying, especially if their eating habits haven't changed much, it's a sign that the body might be struggling to maintain itself. The muscles, organs, and even the brain require energy to function, and in the final stages of life, the body often naturally starts conserving energy for the most essential functions only. You might notice clothes fitting more loosely, jewelry slipping off, or a person looking visibly more frail. It's not just about appetite. Sometimes, even when people eat regularly, their body simply can't absorb nutrients the same way anymore. It's heartbreaking, but understanding this can help families offer more compassion instead of frustration. And if you're finding this tip helpful, give it a thumbs up. It helps me know what content you love and ensures I keep bringing you more valuable insights. Don't forget to share this with someone who might benefit. Enjoying this moment? Hit that like button. It's like giving us a virtual hug. Now, let's move into another sign that's just as easy to miss, but just as important. Increased fatigue and withdrawal. We all have days where we feel tired, right? But this kind of fatigue is different. It's deeper, more persistent, and it's not something a nap or a good night's sleep can fix. You might notice that someone who used to love afternoon walks, chatting on the phone, or pottering in the garden suddenly seems disinterested. They might nap more during the day, decline invitations to events they used to enjoy, or seem distant even when they're physically present. Often, this withdrawal isn't because they don't love you or enjoy life anymore. It's because their energy is being redirected toward the body's essential functions. Socializing, even thinking and speaking, can become exhausting. And sometimes, it's emotional too. People nearing the end of life often turn inward, reflecting on memories, feelings, and finding a kind of internal peace that can make outside conversations feel overwhelming. It's not rejection. It's a natural part of the journey. I'd love to know, what challenges have you faced when trying to support a loved one through changes like these? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's support each other in this journey. If you're enjoying these tips, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Let's keep this wellness conversation going. Leave a comment with your favorite tip so far. It's tough, isn't it? Watching someone You love seem to drift away a little, but understanding the reasons behind it can ease so much fear and sadness and open the door to even deeper moments of connection. Simple gestures like holding a hand, sharing a quiet moment, or just being present become incredibly powerful. All right, my modern and unstoppable seniors, let's continue exploring these signs together, because knowledge truly is a gift we can give ourselves and our loved ones. Now, my modern and unstoppable seniors, as we continue this important conversation, let's take a closer look at another subtle but powerful sign that an elderly person may be approaching their final year. And it's something many people brush off, thinking it's just part of getting older. But trust me, when we know what to look for, we have the power to offer more support, love, and comfort at exactly the time it's needed most. Another key change to watch for is an increase in sleeping or significant changes in sleep patterns. Maybe you've noticed someone you love spending a lot more time in bed, napping several times a day, or seeming unusually tired even after a good night's sleep. Sometimes they may start going to bed much earlier or struggling to stay awake. During conversations, this isn't just a simple case of feeling a little more tired than usual. It can actually be the body's way of slowing down its systems as it prepares for a big transition. You see, according to palliative care specialists from organizations like the Mayo Clinic, increased sleeping is very common in the final months and weeks of life. It's not because the person is giving up, it's because the body's natural functions are requiring more energy just to maintain the basics, and rest becomes the body's best way to cope. If you notice someone needing more sleep than before, and it's paired with other signs like reduced appetite or withdrawal from activities, it's time to be especially mindful. Now, if you're finding this tip helpful, give it a thumbs up. It helps me know what content you love and ensures I keep bringing you more valuable insights. Don't forget to share this with someone who might benefit. Another powerful but easily missed warning sign is withdrawal from social activities or loved ones. If someone who used to love gatherings, chats, or simple moments together is suddenly pulling away, declining invitations, or even seeming a bit distant when you visit, it could be more than just a bad mood. Emotional and social withdrawal often happens when a person senses, consciously or unconsciously, that the end may be approaching. The National Institute on Aging highlights that many seniors in their final year may naturally begin to focus inward rather than outward. They might prefer quiet moments alone, listening to soft music, or reminiscing silently rather than actively engaging. It's almost like the spirit starts preparing itself for a peaceful transition. This can be hard to witness, especially when you just want to cheer them up or bring some excitement into their day. But honoring their pace, offering gentle companionship without forcing activities, is one of the greatest gifts you can give. Now, I'd love to know, what challenges have you faced when trying to implement healthier habits or offer better support to loved ones? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's support each other in this journey. And remember, my modern and unstoppable seniors, this doesn't mean giving up on joy. Far from it. Even if someone is retreating socially, small, meaningful connections still matter deeply, like holding their hand, playing a favorite song, or simply sitting quietly together. It's about meeting them where they are, not where we wish they were. Another subtle sign that deserves our attention is noticeable weight loss without trying. Sometimes this can happen slowly, almost without realizing it. A belt gets a little looser, a favorite dress doesn't fit quite the same, or the person's face starts to look more sunken or drawn. Often, the reason behind this weight loss is a reduced appetite, changes in digestion, or the body's natural decline in nutrient absorption as it starts focusing energy inward rather than outward. Studies published by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition point out that involuntary weight loss in seniors is a significant indicator of declining health and, when combined with other symptoms, can be a strong predictor of nearing the end of life. And yet, it's so easy to miss. We might just think, oh, they're just not hungry these days, or they've always been thin. If you notice significant weight loss, especially if it's paired with low energy, poor appetite, or general weakness, it's a good idea to gently check in with a healthcare professional. Early awareness means you can provide extra care, comfort, and even nutritional support that could make a huge difference in their quality of life during this time. If you're enjoying these tips, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Let's keep this wellness conversation going. Leave a comment with your favorite tips so far. Now, something else that's deeply important to pay attention to is mental confusion or increased forgetfulness. We all have those moments, right? Walking into a room and forgetting why we're there, or misplacing the glasses that are sitting right on our head. But when mental confusion becomes frequent, like forgetting familiar people, getting lost in once familiar places, or struggling to follow simple conversations, it could be a bigger sign that the body and brain are slowing down in a more profound way. Experts from the Alzheimer's Association explain that while some confusion can be linked to memory conditions like dementia, sudden or worsening confusion, especially when paired with other physical declines, can be a natural part of the body's transition at the end of life. It's not just senior moments anymore. It's a bigger shift. Being present, being patient, and offering calm, loving reassurance is the key here. If someone seems confused, it's not helpful to correct or argue. Instead, simply enter their world with kindness. If they think it's Christmas in July, smile and enjoy it with them. If they ask where their long-past sibling is, gently redirect with a warm memory instead of reminding them of painful truths. This is about offering peace, not insisting on facts. Are you feeling inspired to try these tips? Let me know in the comments, and let's motivate each other. Also, don't forget to share this video with anyone who could use some extra wellness encouragement. My modern and unstoppable seniors, what matters most through all these subtle signs is not fear, but readiness. Knowing what to look for means we can create deeper, more loving moments, full of dignity and compassion, when they are needed most. And remember, no matter what stage of life you or your loved ones are in, there's always space for love, laughter, and connection. Always. All right, my modern and unstoppable seniors, let's keep moving forward, because the more we know, the stronger and more compassionate we become, not only for ourselves, but for those we love deeply. Another important sign that often goes unnoticed is changes in breathing patterns. You might notice periods of very shallow breathing, followed by deeper, labored breaths, or even times where it seems like the person stops breathing for a few seconds. This can be incredibly scary to witness if you're not prepared for it, but it's actually very common as the body begins its natural process of slowing down. Hospice and palliative care organizations, like the National Hospice and Palliative Care Organization, NHPCO, explain that irregular breathing, often called Cheney-Stokes respiration, is a typical sign that the body is nearing the final stages of life. It's important to know that while it might look alarming, it's usually not painful for the person experiencing it. Their body is doing exactly what it needs to do to transition peacefully. If you notice breathing changes, the best gift you can give is calmness. Create a peaceful environment. Soft lights, soothing music, a loving presence. Fear can be contagious, but so can calm. Your steady, reassuring energy can bring enormous comfort during this sensitive time. If you're finding this information helpful, my unstoppable seniors, Don't forget to tap that like button and subscribe. We're building a powerful, compassionate community together. Another significant change that can occur is lowered body temperature and circulation. You might notice that a loved one's hands, feet, or even their nose and ears feel cooler than usual. Sometimes there's even a slight bluish tint to the skin, especially around the lips and fingernails. This happens because, as the heart becomes less efficient, it prioritizes blood flow to vital organs, leaving the extremities with less warmth. This is a very natural part of the body's process. It's not something we need to fix. Instead, providing warm blankets, socks, or simply holding their hand can offer enormous comfort. It's all about creating a cocoon of love and peace around them. Just being there, being a calming, steady presence, is worth more than 1,000 words. Now let's talk about something a little more emotional, but just as important: expressions of spiritual or emotional readiness. You might hear a loved one start talking about going home, seeing loved ones who have passed away, or saying things like, "I'm ready," or "I'm at peace." Some seniors even begin giving away cherished belongings, writing letters, or having conversations that feel like goodbyes. This can be incredibly bittersweet. It's a sign of enormous inner strength, acceptance, and completion. According to studies from the Journal of Palliative Medicine, these spiritual conversations or visions are a deeply personal and normal part of nearing the end. They are not hallucinations to be corrected or feared. They are meaningful experiences that should be honored with love and respect. If a loved one shares something like this with you, the most important thing you can do is listen with your whole heart. You don't need to have perfect words. You don't need to fix anything. Just being there, listening, and honoring their emotions is enough. Your presence is a powerful gift. If you've ever had a moving or spiritual experience with a loved one, I'd be honored if you feel like sharing it in the comments. Let's support each other with stories of love and connection. And now, my modern and unstoppable seniors, it's time for something equally important: trusting your intuition. Sometimes you can't quite put your finger on it. You just feel something has changed. Maybe it's the way a loved one looks at you, or a sense of peace that wasn't there before, or even a quiet knowing in your own heart. Listen to that. Trust it. Science tells us that intuition is not magic. It's our brain gathering tiny pieces of information that our conscious mind hasn't fully processed yet. Your heart knows. Your instincts, shaped by years of love, wisdom, and experience, are incredibly powerful tools. If something inside you says, "I need to visit more often," or "I think it's time to have that important conversation," please listen. Those moments are precious and sacred. They create memories and healing that last far beyond a lifetime. If this part touched your heart, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear how your intuition has guided you in your life's journey. In our next part, we'll talk about how to transform these signs into positive action steps you can take today, and why recognizing these signs is not about fear, but about creating moments of love, honor, and connection that will stay with you forever. Stay with me, modern seniors. Your wisdom, your love, and your strength are needed now more than ever. All right, my modern and unstoppable seniors, you've stayed with me through some of the most important and tender truths we can ever face. And now, let's bring it all together. Because knowing the signs is only the beginning. Transforming that knowledge into love, presence, and beautiful action, that's where true strength and legacy live. First, if you recognize any of these signs in a loved one, the most important thing you can do is to create a peaceful and comforting environment. Soft lighting, calm music, familiar voices, even the gentle scent of something soothing, like lavender, can make all the difference. Hospice professionals often emphasize that hearing is one of the last senses to fade. Even if a loved one seems unresponsive, your words, your songs, your prayers, and your stories reach them. They feel your love. So talk to them. Tell them how much they mean to you. Share good memories. Say the things that matter most. Even if they can't respond, they are listening with their heart. And it matters. Oh, it matters more than you can ever imagine. Second, be present. Not rushing, not fixing, just being there. Hold their hand. Sit quietly next to them. Place a hand gently on their shoulder. Your steady, loving presence is the strongest medicine. In those final days or hours, it's not about grand gestures. It's about small, meaningful moments. A smile, a shared memory, a touch. You might feel helpless sometimes, wishing you could do more. But I promise you, being there is doing everything. Presence is everything. Third, give them permission to go. This can be one of the most powerful and heartbreaking acts of love. Sometimes, people hang on because they sense that we are not ready to let them go. If you feel it's time, you might gently say things like, "I love you so much, and it's okay to rest now." We'll be okay. You have given us everything. Hear it doesn't mean you're not heartbroken. It means you're brave enough to put their peace above your own pain. That, my unstoppable seniors, is a love beyond words. Fourth, take care of yourself too. Supporting a loved one at the end of life can be emotionally and physically exhausting. It's vital that you nourish your body, your mind, and your spirit. Rest when you can. Eat nourishing foods. Talk to a friend, a counselor, or a support group if you need to. You deserve support just as much as you're giving it. If you'd like, share your favorite way to find comfort during difficult times down below. Your tip might be exactly what another unstoppable senior needs right now. Finally, remember this. Recognizing the signs that the end of life is near is not about fear. It's about love. It's about honor. It's about creating sacred moments that you and your loved ones will carry forever. You are not helpless in these moments. You are a guardian of peace. You are a keeper of memories. You are a warrior of love. And my modern seniors, you are never alone. We walk these roads together. Here, in this community, we lift each other up with wisdom, courage, and heart. And it's an honor to walk beside you. Before we end today's video, if this message touched your heart, even just a little, I would be so honored if you'd give this video a like and subscribe. It helps us spread more love, knowledge, and strength to seniors and families who need it most. And if you'd like more powerful videos like this one about wellness, strength, and living with unstoppable heart, make sure you hit that bell so you don't miss any future messages. Together, we are building a community of modern seniors who face life's biggest moments, not with fear, but with grace, wisdom, and unshakable love.